Across 110th Street, pimps trying to catch a woman that's weak. Across 110th Street, pushers won't let the junkie go free. Across 110th Street, 1972 crime drama film, starring Anthony Quinn, Yaphet Kotto, Anthony Franciosa, Paul Benjamin, and Richard Ward. Directed by Barry Shear, and perhaps most known for the incredible opening title song of the same name. Probably one of the greatest songs ever made, at least in my opinion. Well, yeah. But title song of the same name by the late great Bobby Womack. Definitely one of my favorite songs. Awesome song. I sang a little bit at the beginning. It's not that good, but I love the song. So what are you gonna do? Basically, three black thieves steal a whole bunch of mafia money from a numbers racket in Harlem, end up killing several gangsters as well as a couple of police officers in the process. So as you know, they've got everybody pissed off at him and looking for him. Doesn't help the fact that they're in town. They all live in Harlem, so they don't have anywhere to go. Probably should have thought it through, but yeah, like I said, they rip off the mob, kill two cops as well as several gangsters. So the police assign Police assign Anthony Quinn as plays Captain Mattelli, a near retired police officer, but who's pretty much been in the Harlem police precinct in New York City for a long time, knows his way around, even if he is still a bit semi-racist. But they want him to work with Yaphet Kotto, who plays Lieutenant Pope, a young up-and-coming police officer who they want. Well, not officer, he's a lieutenant now. But basically, they want him. They basically want him to take over the precinct at some point for political reasons. And so they're pushing him to be part of the case, much to Mattelli's dismay. He's pissed. He knows that they're planning to replace him and force him to retire soon, and he's living on borrowed time. And so this may be his last chance to really make a difference. So he's basically he is kind of a bit of a racist. He definitely knows everyone. Like he's on like friendly terms with most. Like he knows all the people who constantly going through the precinct. All civilians, and he's got more heart than he looks like he does at first glance. He's still, like I say, still somewhat of a racist, but he still does care. He's also kind of brutal though, and like this is definitely a time when they were trying to confront police brutality in the media. Of course, it still hasn't worked. Obviously, if you look at St. Louis, but they're definitely trying to like focus on that. And Yaphet Kotto is definitely the Pope. His character's name is constantly on telly for like his ruthless methods and saying that there's a better way and all that stuff. But yeah, it sounds conventional, but both the actors, both Quinn and Kotto, are both awesome in the role. Like, and I won't say they play off each other because they are kind of rivals, but they're both really good. In fact, I think Yaphet Kotto doesn't get enough screen time. I kind of wish we got more of him. But yeah. Anyway, but on the Mafia side, the Mafia is pissed. Obviously, this happened, and because they helped establish Harlem, all the Harlem crime rackets, and they're pissed that their turf is pretty much getting taken over. This is just one big insult. That's makes them look bad, and it makes other people probably think they can rip them off and take over themselves. So they want to try to clear this up as soon as possible. So they're both racing against the cops to try and they're racing against the cops to try and find the guys who did this. And they send Anthony Franciosa as Nick DeSalvo. Salvio, who's basically married one of the boss's girl, like one of the the Mafia Don's daughters, and he's definitely trying to make an impression, trying to rise up in the ranks, and like he definitely like takes the chance. He really wants to basically like prove that he's not just a punk errand boy, as one of the black gangsters points out. But yeah, he basically is butting heads with the local Harlem gangster, Richard Ward as Doc Johnson, he's probably one of the most entertaining things about this movie. He also could have been used a little bit more in this movie, but he's a pretty cool character. Basically, he's the gangster who knows that the old mafia is really losing control, and that pretty soon he's going to be like group like his group are going to be in charge, at least as far as Harlem's concerned. It's just a matter of time. And like he's constantly on DeSalvio, and DeSalvio's just kind of pissed, trying to prove that he's more than, like I said, he's more than just a punk errand boy, as Doc Johnson keeps pointing out. And yeah, basically DeSalvio and Johnson's men are all constantly going through all interrogating people, brutalizing people, trying to figure out what's going on and find out the three people who did this. And DeSalvo's, of course, it's kind of fascinating. DeSalvo's like being a racist dick when he's interrogating people, and all the Black Harlem gangsters, Doc Johnson's men, are just like watching and just like, yeah, they're kind of affected by that. They're kind of pissed that he's being such a racist dick. But at the same time, they know like they're criminals too. They're all pieces of shit. So, and they know it, so they might as well just embrace it. So why care? But I thought that there's a couple of fascinating scenes with that. And of course, the actual thieves themselves. Most notably, Paul Benjamin as Jim Harris, the epileptic leader of the three thieves, and he's got a rocky relationship with his wife. Like, he has a speech early on saying why he can't get no more job, because he has both a medical problem and a criminal record, and the fact that he's, of course, black and no education is pretty much kind of, there ain't that, as far as you can say, there isn't that much choice other than doing a life of crime. And he's got a really cool speech about it that explains it way better than I ever can. But yeah, so yeah, this is widely regarded as a blaxploitation movie, but it's not. It's a serious crime film. Directed by Barry Shear. Barry Shear's known most for directing TV stuff. Like, he directed a whole bunch of episodes of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I believe this is of all the movies he's done, I think this is one of the most notable of all the movies he's done. Yeah, he's done a few movies, but yeah, this definitely. I've not seen any of his other movies. I don't think I've seen any of his original Man from U.N.C.L.E. episodes either. But he's. Yeah, I think this is a competent job. I kind of would have loved to have seen him direct more films, at least more films like this. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, all right. It is an R-rated movie. It's not that gruesome, but they still make it pretty brutal. Like, the violence is definitely censored, but it's still a little cringeworthy at times. And yeah, it's dark too. It's not. This is a very bleak. Like, I won't say it's exactly realistic. Okay, it is very realistic at some points, but it's also very, like, the final moment of the film. I won't spoil it, but there is an impossible shot with a pistol that's just. Okay, yeah, that might spoil. It's not that big of a spoiler. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, like I said, this is a very dark, gritty movie. All the actors are good. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. Paul Benjamin as Jim Harris, the main thief. What else has he been in? He hasn't been in much, at least that I've seen. Oh well, no, actually no. He's been in a few things. He was in Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood, and he actually had a role in The Station Agent, Peter Dinklage's movie from Game of Thrones. It's a little indie movie from the early 2000s that I only seen parts of. I need to go back and watch that movie, but he's been in a decent amount of stuff. But this may be his probably one of his biggest movies. He's had a central role in, because he Escape from Alcatraz, he was a supporting character. I think he might have been in a few other other actual legitimate blaxploitation films, but anyway, I'm getting off a deep tangent here. I'm trying to make sure there's anything else I should mention. I don't think so. Aside from the opening title song with Across 110th Street, it's still, like I said, one of my favorite songs. Very awesome, one of the greatest songs ever. The rest of the music is typical 70s jazz crime movie music. Nothing really special, but it fits. It gets the job done. Okay, this movie has just been released on Blu-ray for the first time. I don't have the Blu-ray yet, so I can't rate that, unfortunately. But yeah, I definitely this movie is definitely worth checking out. If you like crime movies, if you like movies like The French Connection, or if you like movies like what's it called? Or In the Heat of the Night, or movies like that. Then this is, as long as you know it's an R-rated movie, it's definitely a little bit more violent, and it's definitely worth checking out.